So, anyways, I don't really have much of a point of making this video, like a topic I planned on doing it on. I just figured since haven't posted a video in a while, and I've been sober now for a little over 6 days. Now, when I say sober for 6 days, I think a lot of people are like, oh, it's not that much, so on and so forth. Now, when I say completely sober, drugs are a legal or illegal mind altering substance. So basically, all pills, tobacco, coffee, alcohol, heroin, crack, all that, when I say sober, that means nothing. None. None at all. Nothing. I don't know how I can make that any clearer. Nothing. Zero. Nothing. Nothing at all. It's easy. If I was just drinking coffee, I could just drink coffee for months. If I was just smoking cigars, I could just smoke cigars or marijuana slash green for months. If I was just taking a pill or just doing one thing, I could do just one thing for months, for years, for however long. I could be sober for however long I wanted to. But to be completely sober, there's really no point in saying completely sober because you're either sober or you're not. If you smoke a cigarette, you're not sober. If you smoke tobacco of any kind, if you smoke marijuana, as much as I love it, it is still a drug. If you drink coffee, caffeine, pop, tea, chocolate, all those have caffeine. Anxiety medicine, depression medicine, pain medicine, all of that are drugs, legal or illegal, mind altering substances. So, therefore, to be completely sober for 6 days, about to be 7, technically later tonight now, basically, there's very few people I think that could say that. Why? Mind you, own choice. I have 2 cans of coffee in the kitchen. I have a alcoholic bear-like beverage that my dad bought me that I'm going to be drinking soon. And I'm going to be having cigars soon because my dad's probably going to be getting me them. Yes, I know. Genius idea. Let's celebrate being sober for 7 days when shortly after you make the 7 days, you're about to smoke a cigar and probably drink a beer and maybe have some coffee later on after that or some combination of that. Either way, though, like I said, sober. Completely sober. Not that I should need to say completely. It's gonna be 7 days soon. Midnight, give or take, tonight. So, I'll probably wait a little bit after that because I smoked my last cigar. I didn't have any coffee or anything for like a week and a half, and I haven't had tobacco now for coming up on 7 days. At 11:30 was around when I took my last hit of tobacco. So I'll probably wait a couple hours after that just to make sure, since I'm not actually sober till a little bit after I finish the cigar. I like to be thorough about what I do. So therefore, you all think, oh, says he's sober for 7 days. Like I said, if I was just drinking coffee, I could just drink coffee for years or do one mind altering substance for years. That's so easy. But when I get stressed or when I gotta do this, or I want energy for this or that, there's no going to take some puffs of tobacco off of my cigar or a few puffs of green. There's no, I'm gonna have a cup of coffee to make it through a day, or I'm gonna have a beer to unwind, or this or that. I got God. That's it. God and me, sober, completely sober. I don't have nothing besides that, and like working out and exercising and so on and so forth to take my mind off of stuff or ease my stress or this or that. So to do what I'm doing, I've been thinking about it. Every time I try to say I'm sure to myself, there's gotta be some people out there, so on and so forth. It's like I can't really complete the sentence inside my head. I really wonder how many people on this planet in this day and age are really ever sober for a prolonged time by choice. Once again, no tobacco, no pills, no alcohol, no crack, no heroin, no opiates, no nothing, no benzos, sober. So if it's quite the accomplishment, if you ask me. And yes, I surely do plan on shortly after that 7 days, like I said, is finished later on. Gonna have me a cigar and gonna love every puff of it. Gonna drink me some coffee and have me that beer that I've been saving in the other room in the fridge for a while. And then eventually, a few months from now, I'm gonna probably go for 7 days again, or go try to go for even longer, seeing as I have to be sober for 2 to 4 weeks before each fight. And when I go to war, I'm in the spiritual war all the time, of course, but physical war, I'm gonna have to be sober for months or years when I'm out there leading the troops and fighting the battles physically, and so on and so forth. So, yeah, it's gonna be an interesting time. And even before I went to 7 days, for about a month or two, I do 4 or 5 days smoking and drinking coffee and the occasional hard apple cider or beer. And I do a day or two sober. And then 4 or 5 days doing those three things. That's pretty much all I've done. I haven't smoked green in the past 2 months. I smoked green like twice. And other than that, all it's been is cigars, coffee, and occasional alcoholic beverage for quite some time. So I'll go a few days doing that stuff and green when I can manage to come across it. And then I'll go a few days sober by choice. And then I'll do that stuff for a few days. And then I'll go a few days sober by choice. See, I'm doing this by choice. Like I said, I have coffee in there, 2 cans, a beer like beverage in the fridge. And my dad normally gets me cigars shortly after I ask him to get me them. He'll get me a pack or two. So I have access to stuff. I'm choosing to do this because I like the break. I like the rest. My body can recover and absorb and assimilate and analyze everything, kind of reset itself and get itself back to a better state. And I can go and enjoy that stuff and have that rewarding feeling that I chose willingly to take a break and rest and be sober, and then go and do that stuff for a little bit, and then do another 7 days or longer, and keep that cycle up. And I enjoy doing those things, but I also now, more so than ever, except for when I was younger and before I did this stuff, enjoy being sober and having that rest period. It makes it more enjoyable when you do it like that. So I guess that'll be good because I'm probably running out of data soon on my video anyways. So as always, God bless everyone, especially the soldiers, their family and children, and the police and firefighters and their family and children, and all of God's family and children. And take care of yourself. Do the best to spread the love and help each other. Do God's will. Most important thing there is. Speak His word, and He'll always provide. Help each other. Forgive. Love. Have joy. Look for peace and help others find peace inside themselves. And just make the best of life and be grateful for what you have, because life is the greatest gift there is.